I can see almost the house full today. And that speaks volumes about the love, the feelings, and respect we have for today's Utsamurthy, the Kevin Shah. Where is Kevin, please? Please, thank you so much. Thank you. I have to describe Kevin in 3 words. The formal introduction will follow. But in this meeting, when we were organizing last few days, I'm in touch with him. And I'm telling you, friends, never ever take the chance of organizing any event for Kevin. Rakesh, Vinita, Anil Deng has taken great efforts to organize this event. If everything goes well as expected, you can always thank me. If anything goes wrong, here's the guy. Knows all ins and outs about this guy. He's sober as he looks like, but there are many other things also with him. And may I request Binal Gandhi to please come forward and introduce.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It's great to see such a full house, of course, for Kevin. Well, I guess all of you know Kevin here, and you know how much he loves to discuss and debate. I wanted to share one more personal anecdote before I talk about his professional achievements. So we've taken a few trips around India together, and every monument or every temple that we visit, he always wants to buy all the trinkets that the vendors will sell around. And even though we know he's not going to use any of them, but his point is he always wants to help the local people and the local economy.
And you are finding awkward, then our job is done. Rajesh Sharma is likely to retire from Aapki Adalat, and my friend is trying to take that position, and that's why we are in the suit here. When we used to be in post-graduation and later on, we used to have the external examiners to know about everything. And today we have an external examiner, Mr. Suresh.
Kevin has done a fantastic job, and I'm surprised. But the book is a marvel. If anyone has not read it, you have missed something. It's a melodramatic, it has got huge narration, struggles, euphoric rise, and an amazing stakeholder management. Chemical engineers being sought because there's a Y2K boom, all the struggles. I don't think anybody can dispute the kind of reality description that he has given. I think it's more a workbook than an autobiography. It's almost a help for a SME entrepreneur in India.
Sure. Hello, everyone. Great to be here. I was not prepared for this, but I'd say some things. I've just started reading the book because now I have to. But no, to my surprise, it's not like any other entrepreneurship book that I've read before because we had to for our classes. But it's so much more, and it also gave me an opportunity to look at my father-in-law, who I've only looked at in the lens like of a father-in-law, but look at him as a boy who was young, who's gone. And I'm also here to read a few words by Mr. Farhad Irani, who's not here today. As a species, we strive for improvement always, and nothing exemplifies this more than Kevin. His striving to ace progress comes clearly in his book. When Unshackle the Elephant in the Mind was released, I may have been amongst the first to have bought and read it, and an extraordinary read it was. A book on business can get tiresome, dull, and tedious, but not Kevin's.
May I request our judge, Vinitha, to take the chair, please. You must be wondering why Vinitha has been chosen as the judge. When BJP announced the name of Rekha Gupta as the CM of Delhi, immediately Vinita's name came to our mind. Two reasons: that she would be better able to control Rakesh and also our BJP follower. She has been a fighter all the time. I'll give one incident about Vinita. She wanted to do the engineering course. That time, not many girls were going for the engineering. She got the admission, but the principal refused. There was no ladies' hostel. So he said that I can't give you the admission in the college. She was disturbed. She called the father and then went on the hunger strike. Both of them. Media came, politicians came. Finally, the principal has to agree to give her the admission. That's the kind of person she is. My another friend, Rakesh, I pity on him, able to handle such a fighter so long. He is also a marathon runner, voracious reader. And also one thing goes very well with this gentleman is the Raymond retail head. He started the idea of giving the personal measurement and making the blazers. And he was awarded as the best retail aid or retail manager by Economic Times that time. Thank you so much.
We have to keep both the questions as well as the answers short and crisp. Brevity has to be the soul of today's proceedings. तभी आपको फैसला मिलेगा आज के आज. नहीं तो इस कोर्ट से आप एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं केवल तारीख पे तारीख. Mr. Gopal and Mr. Rakesh, you may begin the proceedings. कार्यवाही शुरू की जाए.
मुझे मालूम है कि आपने शुरू में तो प्रेज किया, लेकिन आप बकरे को काटने के पहले खिलाते हो, मैं जानता हूं आपको. Running my business in the same way, where I was saying that I believe in certain things, but actually I was failing myself. Why should anyone read anyone's book? I mean, at the end of the day, someone's autobiography, what relevance does it have for us? Is the question I believe you are asking. And I believe that greatness is overrated. In Indian history, our historians had no idea who Porus was, which means there would have remained a dent in Alexander's universe.
सर आप तो कोई कैदी के जैसी तो बात रिप्लाई कर नहीं रही हो.
Global cooling is cool, global warming is not.
So at one point in your business, Kevin, your business got crushed.
In fact, it was getting crushed because my business was really growing. Why should anyone work for you? Why should anyone buy from you? Why should anyone stick to you? And I made such a convincing speech over there that afterwards she went home, came back, and put in the resignation letter. That's how convincing.
Kevin, it is being said that behind every successful person, there is a woman.
There was not a single woman that was behind in my success.
आप कुछ भूल तो नहीं रहे? आपने कुछ लिखा था. There was a Pakistani girl in your campus.
There was this one bar over there which was called the Joe's, where the students would go there on a Friday night or a Saturday night. They would have some drinks. Pakistani girl shows up, and she was very beautiful. Now this is a trait of some, girlfriend, no, who doesn't talk to you.
देखिए आदमी तभी रूठता है जब मनाने वाला पास में हो.
So there would be many situations where the important decisions you will have a conflict.
Our company was, the staff was divided into ladke wale or ya ladki wale. And we used to invest even at that time. You're at the end of the day, we are guju madus. So we used to, so whenever the money is lying idle in between, then we used to invest somewhere. And all these suited, booted, smart looking girls in skirts and all that.
Kevin, you followed a very unconventional way.
To state the obvious, never state the obvious. Because there is no thought leadership over there. In the beginning, you get a lot of resistance from your own people. Ke, sir, aap kya kar rahe ho? You're wasting time.
I'm sure this is not your last book.
Book? this is an accidental book, if I may say that. So you have to have that capacity to, we do analysis. Analysis is when the event has happened. Opposite of that is synthesis. When you do this, you are able to guess what could happen. It kind of sharpens you. See, the tooth is connected to the toe, the lung is connected to the tree, the sight is connected to the sky.
Was it something which was awfully missing in your company earlier? That there was no culture of ability to kind of retain people, retain employees?
And this is exactly what's also missing, because now when you think from a mindset of scarcity, that you believe that I, me, and myself. I remember when I wanted to smoke my first cigarette, I felt like, oh, uncle dekh rahe, oh, auntie dekh. They're all strangers to me.
Give your name also, please.
Hi, my name is Saroj Mayadev. Congratulations, Kevin. Kevin, have you sent the book to Prime Minister Narendra Modi?
Okay, I have a book which he has signed, and that is what I have for keeps. I call myself as a peer thought strategist. I am not, I mean, because I call myself as a not an institute certified coach. I have not got any certification.
No,
Rupali, you ask me so
just,
many questions at home, you have your chance here.
As a CFO, your job is to mitigate external risks wherever you can mitigate that for the company. And living with Kevin, I eventually realized that he was the unmanageable risk. And to me, of course, it was very naive, and it only took me a couple of decades to know that he's always been a nationalist, and I had to grow up to really understand those feelings.
This has enabled the court to pronounce the judgment in one single day, which is a record of sorts. So, Kevin's book talks a lot about his mom and Rupali's dad in his formative years. We are fortunate to have Rupali's dad here with us. Mom had convinced little Kevin by comparing impoverished India, which was the situation at that time, to an injured mother whom you would love no less. Seeds of patriotism were sown in this emotional talk. And we also got emotional reading it. East or West, Mother India is the best. Kevin faced a volley of questions. कई तीर तर्कश से निकाले गए. इन्होंने एक नहीं, दो रजत शर्मा को फेस किया. This Aadalat applauds Mr. Gopal and Mr. Rakesh for conceiving this idea. कुछ आंसर्स में मिस्टर केविन एक टेंजेंट की तरह उस पॉइंट, पन इंटेंडेड हियर, उस क्वेश्चन के पॉइंट को बस टच करते हुए किसी और ही डायरेक्शन में तीर की तरह निकल गए. केविन पर कई पत्थर फेंके गए. ये अदालत केविन को एक सजा सुनाती है. ये अदालत सारे मुद्दों को नजर रखते हुए
Puts in the full emotions, and I can only imagine the kind of teacher she must be, because her students must be really, she must be really enlightening them. And I would like to recognize her for that. Thank you very much. Vinita.
Thank you, Vinita. You have done a wonderful job. This is the first time a culprit is also giving the judgment for the judge. You say so.
When I was listening to you and I read the book and you go through it and you realize these things, but when you hear the author, you yourself answer the questions, you realize how true you are to all of those things. Very astute questioning by both Gopalji and Rakesh, and I realized that you all were taking the roles of lawyers seriously because you kept adding questions. A judge, being a math teacher, obviously brought everything back to math. She couldn't resist.